Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're going to be talking about the PlayStation 5 drop that should be happening sooner rather than later at the Target restock, as well as want to go and showcase up some of our lovely homies of the restock community, kind of just to point up the cause and all of that. We did actually go talk about this earlier on, about like 3 days ago or so, that we did say a lot of employees are actually still sitting on stock and winning on some stock, and as well we also talked about earlier on today in this early morning. So I did want to go and take this little opportunity to go and be like, hey, like there is stock there, it should be coming soon. What days be on the lookout for, and kind of what we're watching all throughout the weekend, as well as also kind of show a bit more proof from the homies out there in the community. So a lot of cool, interesting things to go and talk about for today. We still also do have maybe like another like 2 or 3 hours for a potential Best Buy restock. If we get more information on that, we may go and touch on that later on throughout the day, but it does kind of stink because it may be on the unlikely side, but we'll still be watching and tracking for that. So if you guys want to follow the Twitter, if I see it, I'll make sure to tweet it on out, as well as also make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, because we'll give you guys more information throughout the day if we actually get some more, and also throughout the weekend. I'll try my best to keep on getting a little bit more information for all of you guys out there. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. There is a September going on Twitch if you just want to go drop a sub or whatever for that. They're super on sale. As a hiccup, link down below. As I said, the Twitter, Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, a digital console controller. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stack, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. And of course, like the video if you guys would like. So let's go dive on into it. So number one, we did have a Target drop as of literally 1 week ago. It was last Friday, and then the Friday before that, so 2 Fridays ago, we actually did go have an Xbox Series X restock too, although both of those were quite small. The last week Friday restock, it seemed like it was from maybe like 1 to 4 to 1 to 5 consoles if you were lucky. Most places either did not have stock, or the stock was really low, or more so was like instantly sold out. And the difference between that is some stores are like sold out very quick, say like an Amazon drop that goes for like 10-15 minutes. In all extensive purposes, we could say that's an instant sellout, but this was actually instant, as in like under 1 minute, stores completely sold on out, barely anyone able to go get stock, barely anyone able to go get consoles. That's more what we mean by like actually instantly sold out. So that's how the last drop happened before. The Xbox one was kind of similar, but like a little bit longer. Stock was still on the lower end though, which kind of stinks. So that's what happened last week. So we actually did see quite a few stores, and I can go and vouch. I've had employees go and do 2 different things too as well. We had employees go and confirm that there was larger stock. We saw anything from like in the double digits in some of the more higher population areas. And then we also saw some that was like 4 to 7 in more of the like literal, pretty much literally middle of nowhere areas, and like such as like, you know, Nevada, Arizona, where the population just isn't that high. So you could kind of probably put the 2 and 2 together, where one drop was very low, basically had no stock, in some stores didn't even sell stock, and then they also have been sitting on stock. So ever since then, we've also had employees go and confirm that they have been sitting on stock. We have had multiple different Target employees, people we've spoken to for many months. Throughout the months, you just look in videos or whatever. And as well, we've also had a lot of folks that are also just like, say on Twitter, on Reddit, that have also went and vouched for that. So some of these locations are still sitting on some stock. So I just want to go touch on it for a few different things, potential next drop dates. We'll maybe try to cover this more throughout the weekend too as well. Really quickly, number one, walk-ins. So usually after all these like drops, even though the last drop was more of a quote unquote drop, we do sometimes go and see more stock available, and sometimes either leftover stock that was allocated for the previous drop might go and get released. Usually about after a week or so, we do see more of these locations having stock. So this weekend, especially because there is a holiday, the likelihood maybe of a more walk-in is actually slightly higher. Still extremely low, and it's very specific on a case, on like a per occasional basis. If we see information, I'll let you know throughout the weekend. I'm actually in big content right now with Target employees. Number 2, other stock. So since we do actually have stock that a lot of these stores are still sitting on, that does usually mean that another drop is more likely, because it does not take as much time for Target to go and restock. It's kind of like you have a normal drop, it's 10 consoles, you have 20, you can kind of go and divvy out 10 and 10, and the restock won't take as long, because if the stock is already there, it is there. So we also did go reach out to the other places with smaller stock, and I think they did actually go and fully sell their stock though. Some of the bigger places are still sitting on some stock. At least is what we've kind of heard. So What that also means, and part 2 of that, is that we maybe have to wait for stock to arrive in these lesser stocked areas and locations because they just don't have the stock. Like, they have to go physically have the consoles to go and sell. Target's an online order, in-store pickup. So now you guys think I kind of caught up on overall the situation on it. So I do want to give a little bit of love to my homie Jake over here. For some odd reason, I always want to call Jake ED, even though his name is Jake ER. I don't know why. I don't know. But anyway, so I just want to go and show him he actually got an internal inventory from Target's employee scanners over here. Basically, that is just kind of going and showing a stock of a whole region. I do also want to note is that some regions as well might also have stock earlier. We even throughout like the past 5 months or so, we have seen specific areas like say East Coast would randomly have like a little bit more stock, and then the next drop afterwards in like the Midwest, maybe they'd have a little bit more stock, and then the next drop maybe like Mountain Time Zone, then the next drop California. I'm sure you guys gonna get the flow on that one, so we might have to go and see. But basically, I'm gonna go and show something over here for my boy Jake. Let me go and show you guys this over here in the second. I'm gonna do a little zoom in too as well, just so you guys can see it. Gotta give credit where credit's due. I fucking love it. I dropped that. I love the homie. Anyway, so basically this is up on the Thursday, September 2nd over here, which is we got some information on this yesterday. I talked about it in the earlier in the day video, just in case more in passing, but you guys can see a lot of the stores. I'm sure the employee more so censored it just so it doesn't show up in more information on this. I can also go and vouch on this. Most of my sources are more on the casual side, and I'm always like, you can do whatever. At this point, I'm like, if people trust their information, whatever. If they don't, whatever. Like, I'm kind of checked out in terms of that. Like, if you guys, I just want you guys to get your consoles. I don't care about having like whatever. You guys know what I mean. Anyway, so when it comes to this stuff, they have 8 on hand, 17 on hand, and 8 on hand, 5 on hand, 5 on hand, 9 on hand, 4 on hand. Like, sorry, my camera was in the way over there. So like you guys can see, it's just 8 on hand, 17, 8, 5, 5, 9, 4, 10, and 5. So let me get a little bit of ramble on this. So this actually does almost entirely correlate with all the information that we've been told, just for the double whammies. You guys can check the earlier videos if you think we're capping or whatever. I don't really care. Basically, we did go and confirm that we had double digits in some of the more higher population areas, and we also confirmed some of the places were smaller stock too as well. We even saw some places as low as 4, and I think as well, I also said I think one of the highest ones we saw was 17. So these numbers are extremely correlated, and I totally agree on all this stuff. Like just the double vouch for more employee leaks on our end. So all this good stuff. So you guys are seeing regions, you're seeing stock arrivals too as well, and this is all beautiful. I love this drop, and I do want to say this last Target drop was definitely not a good one. Like, in all true honesty, that last Target restock was just lacking. It was bad. It wasn't good. Overall console stock, it was just abysmal. Like I said, many of the stock was just instantly sold out, as in like within like 2 seconds, it was gone. So now we're seeing, I think, slightly bigger arrivals, slightly bigger stock, and it would make sense too, because maybe with this holiday weekend, we might have just a little extra few days to kind of chill and relax. It would also make sense on why it didn't actually properly restock as of today. So when do we want to expect drops? When do we want to expect information and all of that? I'm sure you guys know, usually Thursdays are the big days. Wednesdays and Thursdays used to be the big days when it came to Target restocks. Now for the past, I think, 3 drops, and also with that little bit of the Xbox restocks, we have been seeing Fridays. Fridays, for some odd reason, have been the big day, and that's why a lot of us were kind of thinking like, oh, it could potentially go on restock today. But like with stock still having to arrive in some stores with smaller stock, some stores sitting on stock, it makes sense that they didn't want to drop it. That was like a YOLO, like 10-15%, if that. So I'd probably say, if we had to guess, if we also see more stock arrivals, I'll try my best to keep you guys up to date throughout the weekend, as well as same with the walk-in stuff. So make sure you guys are subscribed and for the PS5 giveaway, blah, blah, blah. But the next big thing when it comes to that is probably like the 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. range. I know it's always bad for PST, Pacific time zone, but it's pretty okay for East Coast and Central. Probably be our expected drop times, unless Target wants to completely switch some things on up and change some things up in general. I'm probably going to go in YOLO, say Friday. The past 2 drops have been on Friday, and some of the Xboxes have also been on Friday. I'm probably just going to assume that, just so you guys all know, but we have seen them previously and very consistently done Wednesdays and Thursday restocks. So that's probably my guess. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the weekend and throughout the week if we get more information on it. but at least we do see stock. We see stock arrivals. We're seeing other also restock homies like Jake go and confirm stuff up. So this is actually looking extremely good. And it's also kind of weird because usually we have like a 3 to 4 week window when it comes to target restock. So it being a little bit quicker, I got nothing wrong with that. But that's about it for this video. I'll try to keep you guys updated this. I'm going to try to get some Best Buy info for you guys too as well. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 Digital Console Controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well. A link down below. Like I said, for September, you guys just want to be nice and drop a sub. You guys totally can. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stack, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. I appreciate you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys up on the next video. Love you guys.